Revolutionary mRNA vaccine. A potential end to cancer? A groundbreaking discovery in cancer research has just been made by scientists at the University of Florida. They've developed an mRNA vaccine that could potentially put an end to the devastating disease. This experimental vaccine works by boosting the body's immune response against tumors. And when combined with standard immunotherapy drugs, it produced a powerful anti-tumor effect in mice. But here's where it gets really interesting. Unlike other cancer treatments, this vaccine doesn't target specific tumor proteins. Instead, it activates the immune system as if it were fighting a virus, making tumors more responsive to treatment. If future studies in humans show similar results, this could pave the way for a universal cancer vaccine that helps treat many types of difficult, treatment-resistant cancers. The potential implications of this discovery are enormous. It could lead to a new way of treating cancer without relying solely on surgery, radiation, or chemotherapy. But what do you think? Could this really be the end of cancer as we know it? Or is there more to the story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Could this universal cancer vaccine be the future of treatment? Imagine a world where a single vaccine could empower your immune system to recognize and destroy any type of cancer, no matter where it's hiding. That's the breathtaking promise behind a groundbreaking study from University of Florida, UF, researchers who are taking the lessons learned from mRNA COVID-19 vaccines and applying them in a radical new way to cancer therapy. But here's the twist. Instead of zeroing in on one specific tumor, this experimental mRNA vaccine is designed to teach the body to seek out and attack cancer cells of any kind. Could this spell the end for chemotherapy, surgery, and radiation as we know them? This bold leap forward builds on earlier success in human trials, where the same team used mRNA technology to reprogram the immune system and successfully fight glioblastoma, one of the most aggressive forms of brain cancer. Encouraged by these results, the scientists realized that mRNA vaccines, already famous for their COVID-19 applications, might have even broader potential in oncology. The idea is simple, yet revolutionary. Rather than crafting a vaccine unique to each patient's cancer, develop a single, off-the-shelf shot that supercharges the immune system against all tumors. And this is the part most people miss. It's not about targeting a specific cancer protein, but about making the body's own defenses smarter and more aggressive. Elias Sayauer, a pediatric oncologist and principal investigator at UF's RNA engineering laboratory, explains, "What's truly surprising is that even an mRNA vaccine not tailored to a particular tumor can trigger a powerful, tumor-specific immune response. This could open the door to universal cancer vaccines, not just for one type of cancer, but potentially for any patient with any cancer." Sayauer has spent a decade refining mRNA-based strategies for treating cancer, and this latest research suggests we're on the brink of turning a scientific dream into reality. The science behind this approach shares some features with the COVID-19 vaccines we all know, but with a fascinating twist. Like those vaccines, lipid nanoparticles act as tiny delivery trucks, carrying fragile mRNA instructions into the body. But instead of telling cells to make a piece of the virus, like the spike protein, this new mRNA vaccine sends a more general message. Activate the immune system and, crucially, increase production of a protein called PD-L1 inside tumor cells. PD-L1 normally helps tumors hide from the immune system, but boosting its expression inside the tumor paradoxically makes the cancer more visible to immune cells. In other words, it's like turning on a bright spotlight that allows the body's natural defenses to recognize and destroy cancer, wherever it lurks. This strategy was tested in mice with drug-resistant melanoma, and the results were striking. Existing tumors disappeared. Similar success was seen in models of brain, skin, and bone cancers, and in some cases, the vaccine alone was enough to eliminate tumors without other treatments. These findings challenge a major trend in cancer therapy, which is increasingly focused on personalized medicine, designing treatments specifically matched to a patient's unique cancer profile. Instead, this study suggests a third path, a generalized vaccine that could potentially work for many patients right out of the box. Co-author Dwayne Mitchell, MD, calls it a new paradigm, adding that stimulating a broad, vigorous immune response might be more important than hunting for a single, perfect target. If this approach translates to humans, it could revolutionize cancer care, making treatments simpler, faster, and more accessible. But here's where it gets controversial. Is a one-size-fits-all vaccine the future of oncology, or do we still need to personalize treatment for each patient? Some experts argue that cancers are simply too diverse and patients too unique for a universal vaccine to work in all cases. The current study is still in the preclinical phase, meaning it's been tested only in animals, and there's always a risk that what works in mice may not work in humans. Yet, if successful, this approach could fundamentally change how we think about cancer treatment, shifting from a reactive, piecemeal strategy to a proactive, system-wide immune boost. The roots of this technology go back to 1993, when researchers first discovered that mRNA could prompt immune cells to attack cancer in mice. However, for years, the fragility of mRNA posed a major obstacle, until scientists realized that lipid nanoparticles could protect and deliver it safely into the body. Now, thanks in part to the rapid development of COVID-19 vaccines, mRNA technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace. The UF study stands as a milestone, showing how a generalized mRNA vaccine, untethered to a specific tumor type, can awaken and amplify the immune system's power to fight cancer. While much more research is needed, the implications are profound. If this strategy succeeds in human trials, we could be looking at a future where cancer treatment begins with a simple shot, teaching the immune system to hunt down and destroy tumors wherever they appear. But what do you think? Does a universal cancer vaccine seem like science fiction, or is it the next logical step in our fight against this disease? Would you trust a generalized vaccine, or do you believe personalized medicine still holds the key? The debate is just beginning. Share your thoughts in the comments. For more details, this research was published in Nature Biomedical Engineering. This article is based on a press release from the University of Florida, with additional context and expert commentary to help clarify these complex concepts for everyone, from curious beginners to seasoned professionals.